everyone! So today's video is actually very requested, and I kind of wanted to get this out to you guys and just talk a little bit about it, because ever since people saw my modeling portfolio and some of the exercise stuff, and if you guys want to model, there's a video on that too, so go check it out. But a lot of people have been asking, you know, how can you keep your shape, things like that. And I have videos on exercise, videos on nutrition, things like that for your body. But today I wanted to talk about 7 rules that I use to get a flat stomach in 7 days. And let's have tummy talk here. I'm not saying that no matter what weight you are, if you do this, your stomach will be flat, like your belly. I'm saying the actual stomach part, the actual part of your stomach will start to shrink so it's smaller on the inside. So let's all feel our tummies. Don't flex, don't do anything, just go and kind of feel your stomach. Feels kind of gushy, huh? Feels kind of like, I don't know, pudding or your cat's belly, you know? It feels just kind of like wiggly jiggly. Now, what I want you to do is flex. Make like a washboard ab and kind of touch. You can't go in all the way, can you? You feel a little bit of cushion, maybe where there's a little bit of skin or a little bit of fat, and then underneath that there's those abs. Well, here's what's up. This 7 rules to a skinny stomach is going to make everything underneath those abs, after you feel that wall, everything underneath that is going to be skinny. So if you only have a little bit of skin or a little bit of fat on top of your stomach, then this will make your stomach completely flat. Now, if you do have a little bit more fat or a little bit more skin on top of these abs, what we're doing is shrinking what's underneath the abs. So what's on top, you're still going to need to do diet or exercise to get rid of that. But, so this isn't a flat tummy completely. It will probably make you go from like this to maybe like that, if that's how you are. But if you're already, you know, naturally skinny and you have a little bit of fat or a little bit of skin, this will make you flat, basically. Basically, it's your actual stomach, making it smaller, making it healthier. You eat better. And these are my 7 rules to kind of shrinking that stomach so you need less food. Also, like I said, if you guys have a lot of weight to lose on top of that, it isn't going to help. But if you just have a very small layer of skin or fat, this will completely make you flat as flat can be, if you do it right. And then for those of you who really want that but have some of that extra fat on top, go do some cardio, go do some running. That will slowly melt off. And then if you do this on top of that, you can shrink what's inside and totally see dramatic differences. So this is all on the blog too, so if you guys don't want to hear me just blib blub about it, you guys can go check out the blog and there will be a post. My first rule to a skinny stomach, or flat, or I don't really know how you would call it. What is this even called? Rule number 1 is to drink water before and after every meal. We all know how important water is for our skin. We all know how important water is for hydration and to feel good and you know, cleansing toxins and all these good things, but water also helps fill you up. And when you eat good foods, when you eat the right foods, water will combine with those foods and almost expand in your stomach and make you feel so full. So in order to eat less and lose weight and, you know, compact your stomach, drink water before every meal. So let's say your stomach is this big. You drink this much of water, you can only fill about this much up with food. Alright, makes sense. And then water after the meal, so that way you can help flush everything through, you know, get everything churned up, start the digestive process earlier, and also you'll be filling up your stomach more so that next time you eat, you'll drink water again, you won't feel as much of a need. Rule number 2 is kind of self-explanatory, but it's to do ab exercises every day. And I'm sure you guys saw my video, I don't know if I posted it yet, on exercise. But if I actually have not posted it, I'm going to post it. This exercise video basically takes you through kind of my exercise routine, things that I do. And something that I always do, whether I'm running, whether I'm doing yoga, whatever I do that day, I always do abs on top of it. And what that does is really help me build a structured core. And I recommend you guys do ab exercises a day, all day long. Pick a time either in the morning or in the evening and try to get about 100 or 300, somewhere between there, really good quality ab exercises, whether they're crunches, whether they're bicycles, whether they're leg lifts, and I use ankle weights. You guys can or cannot, depending on what you do. And if you can't do that many, start with 10, start with 50, start with 5. Doing 5 once a day is better than doing none every day. And slowly you guys can build up and build up. And why are abs so important? Well, when we flex, that's what we feel, you know? And the tighter that is, the stronger that is, the more it's going to hold the food in. So let's say right now we don't have abs and we eat this huge meal. It's all just going to poke out in our stomach. Now if we have these abs, right? Even if we're not flexing, if they're just there and we have them built up really strong, if we eat a huge meal, it might just be a slight indent because these abs are so tight that they're contracting and pulling everything. My third rule for a skinny stomach is not to eat like 3 or 4 hours before bedtime. If I go to bed at 12, I try not to eat after about 7 or 8. And this is actually very, very interesting. Reason why is because when you sleep, your body does not need calories. Your body is focusing on burning off the calories from the day, digesting the food that's already in you, repairing itself, getting good quality sleep. If you eat before bed, your sleep will not only be, kind of rendered and not as good, but when you sleep, you're not burning calories. Your body is going to turn that food that you ate just before bed into glycogen that's stored in your liver and eventually stored as fat. Now, if you avoid food before bed and maybe before bed just have non-caffeinated tea or something like that, and I actually have a video on falling asleep quicker, but if you have, no food before bed, your body is not going to be trying to store excess fat so that when you're sleeping, your body is not gaining weight, but it's maybe even losing weight because when you're sleeping, you're still burning calories. So instead of adding calories to yourself while you're asleep, you're almost taking them away, if that makes sense. Because when we sleep, we're hardly burning any calories. If we eat right before we sleep, it just goes all to our fat. Now, if we don't eat before we sleep, we're peaceful, and we're just not gaining, basically. Also, you'll have better sleep, and everyone knows that better sleep means better health and better weight. My fourth tip is actually kind of interesting, and it's wear tight clothes. And I'm not saying tight pants, because if you wear tight pants, it constricts your stomach. It's like, let's say here's your body, here's your stomach. Tight pants are going to pull it like this, and the food won't be able to go down and digest, so don't do that. But if you wear tighter clothes, you're going to be a little bit more aware of your body. For instance, if I wear a loose shirt, I don't have to worry about anything, I just kind of hang out. But if I'm wearing a tighter shirt, I make a conscious effort almost to suck it in a little bit. And that sucking it in is perfect because not only does it make us appear thinner, but it actually builds our abs. It's like working out all day long without even trying. So the tighter your clothes are, the more conscious you're going to be about your body. And that'll also program your body. If you wear loose clothes, your body thinks, maybe I should gain weight to fill these clothes out. If you wear tighter clothes, your body says, we're not fitting in this too well. Your body says, maybe we should try to burn a few more calories. Sorry, my camera totally just died out again. This is the best camera I've ever had, but I don't charge the battery all the time, so it's really poopy. But at least that's what I do, and it works for me. Also, avoid sugars and wheats and whites, and even whole grains for me. And the reason why is because sugars and breads are kind of treated the same by your body. They're both turned into really, really fast burning glycogen, and if we don't exercise right after we eat them, they're going to go straight as fat, and they're going to cause insulin resistance and all this other stuff. And insulin is what stores fat. Insulin goes up, and then you get hungry, and then it goes up. Anyways, so avoid these sugars because, yes, they'll make you cause weight, but also sugars can cause bloating. If you guys eat a very sugary meal, even if it's a small amount of food, those sugars will gain water. And if you guys saw the water fasting video, it kind of explains why one little sugar molecule grabs onto 2 molecules of water. So it's like the weight of 3. And that can really cause bloating up in our intestine and things like that. So even if you don't expect it, you might want to watch out for some of those foods because they could be culprits. For instance, if I ate something the size of an egg that's made of sugar, or if I just ate an egg, same amount of calories, the sugar is going to make me look fatter, gain more weight, because most of it's water weight and it's bloating. Whereas the egg is full of protein, it'll keep me, fuller longer. And even though they have the same amount of calories, it'll help me stay slimmer because I'm not, retaining all this extra junk. Another great tip that I follow is not to eat anything larger than about a fist size. Reason why is because the stomach is naturally about the size of a fist. And the stomach is really like a rubber band. It kind of stretches when we eat and then, compresses, and then we eat again and it stretches. And when it's compressed, you wake up in the morning, you're feeling fine, but then you eat breakfast and you have a little bump and you're like, what is this? Because you ate a huge breakfast full of pancakes and bacon, and I love bacon, and eggs and all sorts of things, right? Well, if you can, instead of eating 3 huge meals, if you can program yourself to eat about the size of a fist every single hour of the day, this is perfect because your metabolism will also be raised And on top of that, your stomach won't be stretching out quite as far. So through your clothing, through your shirts, through whatever, you won't really be able to see all of that extra bulge. The seventh and very last tip is a little bit different, and it's actually something I talked about in water fasting. And this isn't fasting, but there are things called liquid diets. And this is different from juice fasting. It's not like you're not consuming, but this is basically saying for a day, 2 or 3, especially before a huge event, try just eating nothing but liquids. Even though you're still consuming calories, they'll be in a liquid form, so they will liquefy in your intestines and won't cause all this bulk and buildup. For instance, soups, coffees, even different smoothies, fruit drinks, even though they might have a little bit of sugar, try to avoid sugar. But if you guys can really try to get used to this, or protein waters, protein milks, all sorts of things, the more liquids you have in there, it'll be easier for your stomach to stay flat. And especially if you guys don't have 7 days and you're like, oh my gosh, 2 days is this event, do the liquid and see how it works. And you should see that even though you're eating normally, you feel fine because you're consuming enough calories. Your body doesn't feel quite as bloaty. So yeah, those are basically my 7 tips, and they've always worked for me. Again, work on whatever you guys need, whatever makes you feel good. I hope that the doll who requested this answered all your questions, and if you guys have additional questions, please post them in the bottom tab. So yeah, that's it. I really love you guys. Try it out. Tell me what you guys think. And if you're trying to gain weight, you know, maybe not try this out, or I don't know, just do whatever the heck you feel like doing. So I love you guys all very much. I will definitely talk to you all in the next video. And I'm so sorry about my camera battery dying in every video I've ever done, like in the past day or 2. But just know that I love you all very much. And I can't wait to talk to you again soon. Stay safe, stay fun. Be sure to do your ab works every day. And okay, that's it. This video is totally over. Bye!